Having a pet can feel like a full-time job and can also take a chunk out of your paycheck. Our favorite frugalista and founder of prettyfrugalliving.com, Amrita Singh, is back with cheap and crafty do-it-yourself projects. I love this because you go into the pet store and the aisle with all the dog toys, and they're all the time. They're not cheap.
They're not cheap, and why do we keep buying them?
Because they're there, and I didn't know how to make them myself, so you're gonna show us.
Okay, well, Bev, this is good for you because you have two, right?
Yes.
2 dogs?
Yes.
So these are little simple dog toys you can make. Okay, so the first one that I wanted to show
tennis balls.
Is a tennis ball. You know how they love these tennis balls. You just cut a slit into that, and you put some food in there. And all of a sudden, you're creating a little puzzle for your dog. They're going to try and figure out, how do I get the food out? A few minutes
and
of distraction.
Play with it.
Yes.
I love that.
Simple, easy.
Love that.
Okay, the next one is, you know how they love this sound of this crinkly water bottle? So take a water bottle, add some food into it, and then stuff it into a sock. And then you tie the end of the sock, and what you end up with is something like this. They can pull on either end if you have 2 dogs.
And they still have the scent of food
in
there.
The food is in there, and that crinkly sound that they love will keep them occupied.
And they can chew on it all they like.
Yeah,
that's
be careful
great,
with this though, because they might really start to love all socks, and then the rest of your socks in the house might.
Yeah, but these ones smell like food, so that's why they're going to love these ones. Okay.
This is a really simple one if you have a dog that really loves to chew. You can just take a towel, tie it into these interesting shapes, wet it, soak it with water, put it into your freezer, and then take it out of the freezer when they might need a little bit of a chew moment.
Solid.
That's it. That's going to keep them busy.
Wow, that's great. Okay.
So that's for the dogs.
The dogs. Now the cats.
The cats. Recently on Facebook, there was this video that was posted by this really creative person, and 20 million views, and what he was showing people to do is how to make a cat cave. So I wanted to show you how simple this concept is, okay? You take a cardboard box. In this case, I'm using an actual rubber container because my cat loves these.
Okay.
And I put a little layer of paper on the bottom, and then you take a t-shirt. I might need your help with this, Bev, and you just put the t-shirt over the opening of the box. Oh, we're getting it. Yeah. And what you're creating here is a little opening for them to come into the box.
They love
Tie this at the back,
private.
tuck this in, use a dark t-shirt if they really like that feeling of darkness. And you've created a little cave for them. They love it.
Cats do love going in places and being able to see out. And that's a great idea.
So easy.
And it's like, with a cardboard box, this is nothing.
Pennies.
I love it. Okay.
Pennies. Here's another really great. Okay, someone invented this game called the Cat Amazing. It's hard to find though here in Canada. So I hacked it.
You made one.
I made it. You take a box.
They're showing the video right
now. Look at how they. Okay, so now look at my version. Completely not the same, but still good enough.
Yeah.
So you cut circles into this box, just randomly, and make sure you add a couple on the edges here. And then you throw treats into here, and what the cats will do is they'll stick their head in, they'll stick their paw in. It is amazing to watch your cat try and figure out how do I get this treat out of this puzzle.
Oh my gosh, and be whipping around in there for that would take quite a long time.
Especially if you have an overweight cat and you need to kind of slow down their eating. This is a good option
too. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And some exercise at that.
Exactly.
So now a big problem obviously is
pet smells,
odors and all of that stuff, and in the winter.
In the winter. Really interesting, cool tip. Take some water, so it's 2 parts water, 1 part mouthwash.
Really?
Spray this onto an area that's a bit smelly and cover it with newsprint or newspaper if the ink is dry.
Okay.
Remove the newspaper and newsprint after a few minutes, and you will be amazed at how the smell has disappeared. The alcohol, the mint in the mouthwash, and then it absorbs into the paper. It's amazing.
Fabulous.
It's absolutely amazing. Last really quick tip, okay? Oldie but a goodie. Take a rubber glove, add some water to your hand. Sorry, I'm making a mess. Look at what happens when you do this to any area. Yeah, look at all this fur that you're picking up. I let this cook for a few days with my cat. Yeah. So with the dog beds, on the couches, on the sofas, this is a great way to clean up the fur in a little bit more of an efficient way.
That is fantastic.
There you go.
Amrita, I always love when you come in. I love these things. Thank you.
You're welcome, Beth.
You'll find all of Amrita's money-saving tips on our website, canadaam.ctvnews.ca.